Hey guys, so I just got back from seeing the Garfield movie. I know I've been, I this is actually the only movie I'm reviewing today. I've still got like three fucking movies to see. I'll just tell you this right now, like this is my actual weekend off. And the next weekend is my weekend off, and so I kind of was burned out. I've been kind of feeling burned out from some of these movies I've been sitting through the last month. There's nothing really like that really dragging me to go to the theater, so I will be still reviewing everything else, but it's probably going to take me a little bit longer because if I don't feel like going to the theaters that day, I might just not go to the theaters that day. I had to kind of drag myself to go see the Garfield movie, and I mean, apparently I'm not the only one. I was just telling somebody about a week ago. I was like, remember when fucking Memorial Day weekend used to be like the biggest weekend for movies, and now it's just another fucking weekend. like it's evident by this year because I don't know. Right before I was going to the theaters, I saw the headline that said that this was the lowest grossing Memorial Day box office weekend in 30 fucking years. I think 29 technically. Holy shit. Like Mad Max, Furiosa Mad Max didn't do very well, and I still haven't seen that yet. Apparently not a lot of people did either. It's the only one in Garfield movie. This was a number two at the box office, and this I was the only one in the fucking theater. So yeah, yay. So yeah, the Garfield movie. This I was not at all looking forward to going in. Um, I this like the trailer just did not like interest me one bit, and that's coming from somebody who loves the Garfield, source material. I loved the comic strip as a kid. I always still do. Anytime I get a chance, I'll read Garfield comic strips because they're fucking hilarious. And the cartoon was very funny back in the day. I didn't grow up really watching it, but I did watch it when I got a chance as a kid. That was not like my go-to show, but I did love Garfield cartoon show as a kid too. But this just looked like every goddamn generic kids movie coming out nowadays that I could not give a shit between this, Despicable Me 4, uh, those are the two I can think off the top of my head. You still got stuff like Inside Out too that looks pretty good. But like other than that, like there's a bunch of shit like you get like just the monthly random thrown it together, just thrown out there in the theaters kids movie that looks like no effort was put behind it, but fuck it, well, people are gonna see it, so whatever. So, yeah, this movie wasn't very good. I did not like this movie one bit. Um, I know people go, "Oh, well, you're not the target audience for this movie. It's supposed to be for kids." I hate that excuse so goddamn much. If there's one thing that I hate in this world, as far as movies, is that we just give kids movies a pass. There are good kids movies out there, and I've seen a lot of good kids movies out there that are really good and kids should go see. And then there's shit like this that just this movie just it sucked. I wouldn't say this is like the worst kids movie I've seen all year, but it's definitely up there. Um, I I, I want to go on a rant about. I could go on a rant. I guess I should because I really didn't ever. I didn't review Super Mario Brothers movie when it came out. I didn't like that movie, but in hindsight, I like this. I liked it a lot better than this shit. At least Super Mario Brothers movies. That movie seemed to actually know its source material and love its source material. On the other hand, with this fucking thing, I'm pretty half convinced that no one that made this movie knows what Garfield is. They only got the cliff notes. They only know the cliff notes. They only know that the only thing that this movie knows about Garfield is that he hates Mondays and he likes lasagna. That's it. And that's the only thing that is true to the original character that is in this fucking movie. This movie, I hate, God, I like. like I I mean, this movie is a fucking heist movie. A Garfield heist movie. It's a fucking heist movie and starring Garfield. What in the fuck is a Garfield doing in a heist movie? Like that, I had to ask myself that question. I was talking to my mom on the way to the theater. I'm like, that's not Garfield. He's a lazy fucking cat. You can't even get that fucking right. God damn it! Like, like his characteristics is not just that he likes lasagna and hates Mondays. That's the only thing that this movie seems to know about Garfield, and that's it. Oh, they can't even get the right. Did they not get the rights to like a bunch of characters that like I know he has like a bunch of side characters that he's friends with, like um fucking like that are not even in this movie. But they add characters that have nothing that never they're like unknown characters that have never been introduced to Garfield War whatsoever, and like his father played by Samuel L. Jackson, which I looked it up. I was like, was he ever introduced? Like maybe I'm wrong. And like, no, he never was ever introduced. He's a made up character that they just made up for this movie, even though they have fucking stuff characters that they could you know already given to them, like that was have been made years ago. Like it was what's like fucking like I'm trying to like pop my head here. Let me look it up for a second. Give me a second here. Um, like all the characters that are not in this movie. Obviously, you got like John Arbuckle, Odie. Obviously, you can't have a Garfield movie without those two. Obviously, no shit. Um, fuck. Let me look at this here. Shit. Already, Normal's not even in this fucking movie. Uh, Arlene isn't even in this movie. Hell, the Liz character, she is, I think, at the vet briefly in this movie, but that's about it. Like, they're not even in. These are characters that like are famous characters. They're along with like uh the Garfield like the characters that are well known from the cartoons and the comic strips. They're not even in this fucking movie. You just made up fucking characters that have nothing, never had anything to do with Garfield before, and now you're just like, why? What the fuck are you doing? At least with Super Mario Brothers, they had Donkey Kongs, but Donkey Kong is established with Super Mario Brothers. I mean, that was how the Super Mario Brothers got started. Was through the game Donkey Kong. So it makes sense that Donkey Kong is in this. Was in that. At least those fucking movies, like this, like that turns me on. And also the fucking the voice casting. When I heard that Chris Pratt was going to be the voice cast of Garfield, I thought that was a fucking joke. I because I remember like when they said they were going to make a Garfield movie, and I said, and like I was like, oh, it's animated Garfield movie, cool, all right, cool. I was like, who's the voice of Garfield? Chris Pratt. I said that is a joke. Next thing I know, yes, Chris Pratt is voices Garfield. I said, no, fuck you, no. Are you? Listen, I like Chris Pratt. I do. I think I liked him on Parks and Recreation. I liked him on Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't hate him as much as a lot of people do. But what is going on with him being miscast in these uh, animated movies? What is going on between this and Super Mario Brothers? At least with Super Mario Brothers, he was trying to do an Italian accent, maybe, but really not doing well at it. Like this, it's just Chris Pratt voicing Garfield. You have the like along with Mario. This is the problem I have with him is that like being voice casted as Garfield and as Super Mario Brothers. You have the blueprints for like how to do the voice of this very famous iconic cartoon character, and you don't and you just fucking give it to Chris Pratt, who doesn't even fucking try. He doesn't even try. Like that's what pissed me off about the Super Mario Brothers movies. We kind of talked about that movie now. I'm reviewing that movie on top of this fucking movie because I rather fucking like that's what kind of pissed me off about that. No, like you have Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, which was like just fucking stupid as hell. I thought that was the worst part of that movie when Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong. Like, just Seth Rogen. It's Donkey Kong. It's not like I don't believe that's Donkey Kong. I just believe that's fucking Seth Rogen doing just voicing Donkey Kong for some fucking reason. Same with Chris Pratt. But like in that same fucking movie, what pissed me off really badly about that movie was like you had Jack Black who showed you how to do voice acting. Disguise your voice. Not make people realize that that is who it is. Like that bugs the hell out of me. Like he did like there are voice actors out there that can do this job 100% better. You don't need a big name fucking actor to put on the marquee. The movie's gonna the name Garfield, the name Super Mario Brothers is gonna sell itself because of the fucking properties. You don't need big name actors. Fuck Frozen. Like, Frozen was a movie where you had unknown name voice actors, and it was the highest grossing movie of the anime movie of all time. Why is this like fucking so hard? I hate this shit. I really hate this shit. And this is like one of the worst examples. Like Chris Pratt is not even trying as Garfield. He's just fucking Chris Pratt. And it's like, fuck you. Like I'm like, God damn, I hate this shit. Like like and then you got like Samuel Jackson and being Samuel Jackson and then Snoop. The fucking funniest. I remember like the funniest thing I thought about the trailer for Garfield was that like was when they was going over the voice cast and it's like Snoop Dogg is a cat. It's like that's the funniest joke in the trailer, and like he's briefly in this. Like what was the point of that? Like um like I said, this movie, it's I don't feel like these people know what the fuck Garfield was. Like, any of these people watch Garfield at all? Or did they just go for Wikipedia and get the cliff notes? That's what I feel like they did. And, like, I'm not the only one who said this. There's, like, critics that have said this. And, like, I 100% agree. Like, this is, like, it's funny because I'm getting almost angry about talking about this shit. Like, it's not the worst movie I've seen this year. Not even close. Give this like fuck. I'll give this a D, D plus maybe. I'll give it a D. Uh, but it's not even close to the worst thing. Like, it's not even close to the worst anime. Trying to think, what is the worst animated movie this year? And all right, now I think about it, I can't think off the top of my head. Maybe this is the worst anime this year. Think of anything else. What the hell else? See anything? Any other animated movies other than this? I swear to God, I swear I have. Like I didn't like Luca. That came out 2 years ago, so I can't count that. Uh, if just Spy Family Code White. That was better than this. Uh, yeah. Is this really the worst animated movie? This might be the worst. Yeah, it's looking like it. It's like looking at all the movies I reviewed this year. Yeah, this was worse than Kung Fu Panda 4. I like Kung Fu Panda 4. Yeah, absolutely. Kung Fu Panda 4 was a way better movie than this piece of shit. Oh yeah, this was the worst movie horror movie. This was the worst animated movie of the year, easily, easily. And like it wasn't even really badly animated. That's the funny part about it. Um, odd. I did not like this movie one bit. And I didn't hate this movie as bad as I thought. It's like I think it just frustrates me and bug the hell out of me. It's like people are wondering why nobody's going to the movie theaters anymore. Like the movie industry is just like fucking crumbling up before our eyes. Movie theaters are dying. We get shit like this. Whatever. Yeah, so that's as far as the Garfield movie goes. What's next? Babes? I still gotta see Babes, Sight, and Mad or Furiosa Mad Max Saga. Like I said, and then like next weekend is like five other fucking movies I gotta see. I cannot like I need a life. Like I can't spend my life seeing shit like Garfield movie and not another church movie. I just think that'd be more to life than that shit. Until then, I'll talk to you guys later.